the Source Awards happened in August of '95. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Can you take me through that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was, New York at the Madison Square Gardens, a portion of that arena. Because, we didn't have the whole thing. They couldn't fill up the whole thing, but they blocked it off and stuff like that. And a lot of New York rappers and stuff like that. It was a lot of, West Coast rappers that was out there. MC8 was there. I remember the Loonies was there. Of course, all the Death Row was there. And, of course, the Wu-Tang Clan was out there. They were hot. Bad Boys was hot at the time. Outkast was hot, so, you had pretty much, it was like a soul, not modern day, but a Soul Train 95. The Source Awards and the Soul Train Awards were the awards. It's like BET Awards now.
Right.
But on even a lower class, because these niggas be dressing up now for BET Awards like they do for the Grammys and the American Music Awards. The Source Awards was ghetto. Let's put it that way. It was a ghetto award show. But it was popping. You wanted to be there.
A lot of how were the New York rappers after Suge went up there?
Like I always said, some was, like, what did he just say? What's this about? Because, Death Row was welcome out there by the artists, not by the fucking PDs. Because you go to New York, you didn't hear no West Coast music playing on the radio. Most people don't know the PDs is what control, they call program directors. They're the one that control what goes on the radio, not the DJs, not Big Boy or whoever that, Ricky Smiley or whoever that hot DJ in your town is. They don't get to decide what gets played. The program directors is who decide what gets played. And we didn't get no love by any of the PDs on the East Coast. But, most people, they were cool. They loved us other than that. That's why Snoop was so like, y'all don't love Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Y'all don't love, because he was like shocked because they used to give him love. But now they mad, so they booing. Boo, after Suge had just made that statement. They mad. But I think once Snoop talked to him, they eventually were like, okay, that was just that crazy nigga Suge talking shit. Not understanding there was he was trying to start a beef riding for Pac with not the East Coast, which Hollywood was taken or perceived, with that motherfucking Puffy Combs.
Right.
Unfortunately, we wasn't smart enough to explain that. It took Eric B. and this dude named Big D to even tell Pac, you making it seem like you mad at the whole East Coast. That's why Pac was going to do the One Nation album and do all in the Death Row East. Like, no, I ain't got a problem with the East Coast. It's got a problem with certain motherfuckers. And that's when they were like, okay, well then you need to say who those certain motherfuckers are. You need to call out names. And that's why in Hit 'Em Up, Pac called out names. And those are the only people he had problems with. He didn't have problems with Redman and Method Man or Ras, from the Wu-Tang Clan. He had a little problems with LL, but that was just behind a bitch. They was just mad at each other behind Kidada Jones.
What happened with that? You ran into him at a Laker game?
Yeah, we bumped into LL but Pac didn't speak to him.
LL was trying to get his attention?
He was trying to get his attention, trying to holler at him, like, Pac. And Pac just kept ignoring him.
No way.
So, you never know what Pac was being told by Kidada or what he was feeling. Maybe Pac tried to get with Kidada before he felt LL did. Because, Kidada was LL girl for a minute.
Okay. So at the Source Awards, you guys already knew Pac was coming.
We did.
You guys, but nobody else did.
Yeah, we did. Meaning, I don't know who all Suge told. I'm sure Dre knew, but I did. Right. I was on the plane. I was there. Danny Boy, he made it seem like he went every time, but I don't remember that. I don't even remember him, being in the car with us a couple of times. But I'm sure Danny knew. Danny was close, Suge. He treated him like his son at the time. He treated him like his little young son. I think they were even talking about some adoptions or something at one point. Yeah.
And then after the award show, at the tunnel,
Yeah, yeah.
They
We
bumped,
went to
they
the
bumped
tunnel.
into each other.
And that was probably a planned attack. That was the after party spot. And so we all went there. Puffy and his crew walked over to Suge like, hey, man, what's going on? Thought we were boys. What's this about? And so, they were talking. It was an intense talk, but they all walked away. It wasn't like nobody threw no blows or anything, but they had an intense talk. Then they talked. And so, I can't tell you what Suge told him. I was worried about checking out niggas. I wasn't really worried about their conversation. So, but it was intense.
So at this point, things are kind of getting a little bit serious between Death Row and Bad Boy. And then Jake gets killed.
Yeah.
In
Jake.
Atlanta.
Yeah, Big Jake. That probably happened in October of 95?
Right before Tupac got released, I think.
Sometime in October of 95.
And he blamed Puffy? I mean, not directly like he did it.
Yeah, the way the story goes is Suge and Big Jake were hollering at some females. It's supposed to have been one of Puffy boys or one of his guys, girl or something like that. And they got into a little tussle or a little, scrimmage inside the club where the security made one side leave, meaning probably Puffy and his guy or whoever the guy was to leave. It's the worst thing you can do as when you go to a club. You ever get into a fight or an argument with somebody and that person leave and go outside? Get your ass on. You go outside too and go and get in your car and get out of there. Because he's going to go get in his car, get his shit, and post up.
Yeah.
Well, Suge loves to party. Suge never know when to go home. I mean, I done literally been in clubs and inside of clubs with Suge where they were posting up the fucking chairs. And we still sitting around. Suge don't know where to leave. I'm not saying that's what happened at that time because I don't know. But I know the one side of the fight left, went to their cars, and obviously got gunned up. As Suge and them getting in the limo, they walk over and pop him. And Big Jake, died from that.
Damn. How did that affect Death Row?
Well, we started questioning a lot of things. Number one, I missed the plane.
You were supposed to be there?
I was supposed to be in there. Missed the plane, but I called him and told him to get on. He was like, oh, no, we cool. We just going to the Jermaine Dupri party. We good. Because, they left like 6 that morning. I got the call like 4:35 o'clock a.m. Hey, you got a 6 o'clock flight to, huh? I can't get there that early, but I'll try. And I swear, I remember going and seeing the doors shut,
Oh,
of the planes back then. And that always bothered me because I always figured time would have changed or maybe we would have been somewhere else or, I'm not one of I believe destiny somehow could have been changed, where we might have, me being late for something might have had us put somewhere else. Or, we wouldn't have been in that position. Or I would have been smart enough to see the guy coming. Who knows?
Right.
But it could have been me and still a Big Jake that got killed. Who knows? God could have intervened for me and my family.
Could have been like, yo, they going to go to their car. Yeah. We need to get out of here.
Oh, I already knew that rule. I already knew that rule. Once that person leave, we got to go or just leave these motherfuckers in the club where we can watch them. Don't just kick one side of the fight out.
Right. Were you there for the golf course incident?
No, one of my security guys was there with Nate Dogg. You talking about with Nate Dogg and Dresta and BG Knockout and at the golf course. But it really was was it Montel Jordan or one of them video shoots? Someone from Def Jam.
Right.
But Nate Dogg was there with Warren G because him and Warren G was real tight. And most people don't know Warren G was a Def a Def Jam artist, and so he was there with them. And that's when the whole BG knockout and Drake's Real Compton City G's song was out and was hot. And so they had a mutual dislike for each other at that time.